Okay, so here we're looking for this word similar. We're looking for where you can times all the sides by the same amount and they will give you the new sides. So it also tells us that the height of all of these is 2. So let's just put the 2's on here as well. Okay, so if we've got 2 and 1, that's our main one, probably that we're going to start with, but it might be some other ones that are equal as well. If we take the sides 2 and 1, so let's call the sides A and B. They're 2 and 1. If we times both of those sides by 2, we're going to end up with 4 and 2. So now we can just have a look around at the other diagrams. Are there any that have side lengths 4 and 2? Yes, there are. This one just here. It doesn't matter that the sides have changed round, that it's rotated. The only time it would matter is if the hypotenuse had changed with another one, but it hasn't. The hypotenuse is still going to be the same. So in this case, we've got A and D, which are mathematically similar. Okay, a little bit more on similarity for the second part of this question. We're looking to see what we times the sides by. So here, between F and P, it doesn't look as if it's been rotated. It looks as if they're the same. So this side is going to match up with this side here. And in a similar fashion, this side matches up with this side here. Okay, so now we're going to go back to looking at the measurements. So I'm looking to get from 6 to 9. And to get there, I'd have to times by 1.5, or I could just times by 9 over 6. They're both the same thing. So as we do it to that side, we also must times by 9 over 6 to get to this side. So 2 times 9 over 6 gives us 3 centimetres. Right, onto the other triangle then. This time it looks as if it's been rotated a bit. So the hypotenuse, let's start with that one. The hypotenuse is actually still in exactly the same place. It's always opposite the right angle. But now the next longest side after that is up the side, and the shortest side is along the bottom. So those are the sides that we're comparing this time. So the measurements that I've got the 2 and I've got the 1.6. So to get from the 2 to the 1.6, remember we only compared the same coloured ones, I've got to times by 1.6 over 2. Okay, that's going to be a little bit nicer as times 4 over 5 if you want. But 1.6 over 2 will work just fine. So we're trying to find the blue side, so we've got to go from blue to blue. So we're going from 6, and we've got to times by 4 over 5 again. Okay, so 6 times 4 over 5 is going to give us 4.8 centimetres.